Hello, and you are now tuned in to the only universe mode that matters. I am Christian.
I'm Jesse.
And here we are back at it with a new video. This time, we have a big tournament on the way, and it is a King of the Ring bracket breakdown, a preview for round uno. Jesse, that is Spanish for one. Learn new things every day. I'm just telling you. So we're going to kick it off, and hopefully I'm banking on you guys seeing what I'm seeing 100% clear. Jesse, can you see the screen on hand?
Yes.
Okay. So overall, this is the full bracket. You guys can go ahead, get your looks in, get your licks in. But we are going to start in the left quadrant. Only talking about round one, and it's 32-man tournament. The winner will go on to face Ricochet for the King of the Ring crown. With this being said, this is going to be hell. This is going to be a long tournament. It is going to be so fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But mainly, I hope you guys realize that whoever wins in general has to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches just to get to Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
It is not an easy path. There is no guarantee. We will see some shocks. We will see some upsets, and it may even start in the right and left-hand quadrant, which we are going to get right into. We're going to cover Raw first because we are the superior brand. We proved that in both of these tournaments, and then we'll go into Smackdown later on. So let's talk about it. First match of this tournament is Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe.
It's a great way to start the tournament, I'll tell you that.
A great way to kick it off. Sami Zayn has not got a win yet. And if he can go on and win 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches, then go on and beat Ricochet, not only is he on track for, possibly Superstar of the Year, who I believe whoever wins this is an easy nomination to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
He might be on to the greatest comeback season of all time. We're talking about the Derrick Rose comeback stories, the LeBron James against the Warriors comeback stories. We are talking about some awesome stuff. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, because Samoa Joe, he's called the Samoan Submission Machine. I think that's all I got to say. So overall, I'm excited for it. I got Sami Zayn being my dark horse, and I got him. I'm going to be him all the way. So I got him winning this one, but we'll find out. Who do you got winning that one, Jess?
Since Joe, obviously, is known to be, obviously he was a former Universal Champion. He's definitely won more than Sami Zayn. So I feel like Sami Zayn's size is definitely going to hurt him. These guys have tremendous chemistry throughout their rivalry on the main roster and especially on NXT. I would have to favor Joe because we've never seen Sami Zayn look absolutely amazing and obviously win a match in 2K20. So I'm going to say Joe.
Safe pick for sure. This next match is a absolute pick'em for me. That's how I'll just describe it. It's Killian Dane versus Sheamus. We've seen Killian Dane make his debut in a sorts at the SummerSlam pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, it didn't really go his way. I thought about banging him, but I didn't. And Sheamus is somebody who hasn't had many opportunities, but he is somebody that I feel like can put on great matches with just about anybody. As long as he's with a good performer, I believe that he can really put on some great matches. So we'll see.
Yeah.
This is a pick-em for me. You can literally pull him out of a hat, and I wouldn't be mad at the pick.
I'd probably say Killian Dane because I'm more familiar with Killian Dane and never was a big fan of Sheamus. But the thing is, Sheamus is a former King of the Ring winner, former WWE champion. So you could always bring those aspects into the conversation and bring up his resume. That way, it's just a fair argument because Sheamus has a better experience in the ring than Killian Dane. But who knows? I would probably say Killian Dane because I like him more. And it would be great to see Killian Dane possibly versus a Samoa Joe or a Sami Zayn, So I'm just thinking, personally, I like Killian Dane in that match.
Yeah, in each quadrant, I feel like at least for Raw, we have monsters. In that quadrant, we have Sheamus. In the quadrant right below, Braun Strowman. Even though I think that whole thing is considered a quadrant, so that would be like a octant. But I don't know. Math, I'm done with. I graduated already. But yeah, the quadrant has some monsters: Braun Strowman, Killian Dane, Samoa Joe, Sheamus. It's going to be a tough path for anybody, but Braun Strowman particularly has a former Universal Champion to kick it off. But I'm going to be honest, the guy's too dominant. I got him winning this first round matchup. I think Finn Balor has been very disappointing overall in the universe modes, in almost all the universe modes we ever did. And I think Braun Strowman is just too good. I got him winning this next match.
Yeah, I don't see Finn Balor beating Braun. Braun, obviously, he lost to Brian Cage at SummerSlam, but hey, he's beaten Samoa Joe, who's in this tournament. He's beaten people like Drew McIntyre, who is also in this tournament, and also Matt Riddle. So I would definitely favor Braun over Finn Balor. Big fan of both of these guys, but I'm definitely picking Braun.
Yeah, glad we're on the same page for that one. Pete Dunne versus Matt Riddle is the next matchup. Oh my God, this is a matchup. Another pick'em, perhaps, but honestly, every match could be a pick'em.
This is an easy one for me.
Who you got?
I got Pete, man. Easily.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I got Matt Riddle winning.
I just think Matt Riddle, ever since he lost that WWE Championship, man, and Fiend put like the fear of God back into him, we haven't seen the same Riddle. I mean, he lost to Fiend, lost to Cena, lost to Brock. He's lost a bunch ever since the end of season 1. And he hasn't really won a bunch on Monday Night Raw either. I think this is the coming out party for Pete Dunne. I think this is the start of possibly a nice little win streak. And a Pete Dunne versus a Ricochet match, bro. Sheesh.
We'll see. I don't know. Pete Dunne has been looking just okay all season. He once was so dominant, and it's kind of like he lost his dominance come 2K20.
Yeah, former Intercontinental Champion too. Like this man had that United Kingdom Championship, obviously in real life and in the game too for 2K19 when me and Christian, that was our first universe mode together. This man was a champion. This man held titles for a long time. But this game, he just doesn't have his gem anymore, I feel.
Either way, Pete Dunne versus Braun Strowman, Pete Dunne versus Finn, Matt Riddle versus Braun, Matt Riddle versus Finn. These are some good matches. I'm so excited for this tournament. But yeah, I got Matt taking that one. It's not a tale on who I'm going to be, truthfully. It's just who I think is going to win. Kofi Kingston is the next matchup against Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong needs to win this one.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I feel like Roderick Strong, ever since he got drafted to Monday Night Raw, I feel like he's like a shell of himself. Obviously, he is no longer with Undisputed Era. He's not on the Blue brand with his guys anymore. He's on his own. He was on his own back in the day and in Ring of Honor and all the other indie shows like that. So can he prove himself in the past, and can he prove himself once again against one of the best Intercontinental Champions, I feel like, ever, in Kofi Kingston? But if I had to predict, I'm picking Kofi.
It's a very valid option, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna pick Kofi as well. I feel like Kofi has shown all season last year that he was unbeatable, and he still shows it this year. A loss to Black by no means is a bad loss. That's what we call a good victory. I mean, a good.
Yeah.
There are definitely some good losses, and I think he's gonna give Roderick Strong a good loss here. But let's see. Roddy has been underdog for quite some time. Let's see if the underdog can pull it off. Next matchup, as much as I like Ali, I got Drew McIntyre taking this one all the way. Drew McIntyre might be a nice little sleeper that can completely dominate this whole tournament.
Honestly, like, how you feel about Sami Zayn being your dark horse, even though I think Drew McIntyre is better than Sami Zayn, I think he could be your dark horse, to be honest. This guy is really good for his size. Love what he's doing right now in the WWE. But I feel like this could be really good for Drew McIntyre. King McIntyre sounds very fitting. I think he easily beats Ali.
Now, this is an interesting matchup next, and I agree with you. But this is an interesting next matchup. We got Cedric Alexander versus Buddy Murphy. I don't see any of these gentlemen going far, but what if they do?
Yeah,
And
because
for this
Cedric
match,
can wrestle, man.
yeah, he can. And in this match particularly, it's a toss-up. Two cruiserweights. I'm
I got
picking
Buddy.
Buddy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
same.
pick. I'm picking Buddy. Cedric just hasn't really showed me enough yet. Buddy Murphy has at least got a few wins for me, and that is
Former internet champion.
yeah, and that might be enough to push him over the edge for this one. This is probably my favorite matchup of round one, and this is why it's my last one. This and then the Pete Dunne Matt Riddle match, and Kofi Kingston and Roderick. I love those three matches. Sorry, I'm a little sniffly. I think I got a cold. But Brian Cage is going up against Andrade, Jesse, and I know you know the history between these two
Yes, I
gentlemen.
do. Yep, I was
Andrade,
Andrade, and I was running like a little girl from that machine. I wanted no smoke. I think it was your first Monday Night Raw where it was Andrade, Cage, and Joe were the last three in that Fatal Five Way,
and then it
and
was Cage and
it was
Andrade.
so fun to see. It really was. I know Andrade hit the low blow on Cage, and ended up winning that way, and that started the trend of the only way you could beat Brian Cage is if you loosen up the bolts down low. You saw it with Tommaso Ciampa in the Elimination Chamber match. You saw it with Andrade beating Cage on the first Raw after Mania. Can't wait to see this matchup. This matchup has the story there. Andrade can't run from the machine this time because it's for possibly a King of the Ring crown at the end of it. Would Andrade want to run away from being King of the Ring? I doubt it. And this could be a great way to build up Brian Cage. Obviously, he's looked great this entire season. Him beating Braun Strowman, him beating Andrade, and going through that rest of that Raw bracket could be big time for the machine.
Yeah. I said Sami Zayn is my dark horse. I said Drew McIntyre definitely has a chance, but I got Brian Cage as the ultimate favorite to win this whole thing. I'm telling you right now, there's going to be no beating him. It's going to have to take I don't even know, a disaster, literally a human error, and the machines don't make human errors.
And we're gonna see. Honestly, I feel like out of all of your matchups, I think I favor the Brian Cage and Andrade match the most. Just based on the history these guys have had a few months back. So can't wait to see who wins that. If I had to predict, I'd probably pick Andrade.
Wow.
Yeah. Even though it would be great for Cage to win, I got Andrade winning that. Because obviously Andrade's great in the ring. Has the Mexican heritage. We're going to see.
I know you can't see my screen because you're on an iPhone, but this is what you are.
Yeah, I see it a little bit. Yeah, I'm a clown.
You're a clown. Covers my face perfectly. What you are.
I'm dead.
And then if that clown wasn't good enough for you, Jesse, you're also that clown too. You're just that's a clown move. It's what I call clown-like behavior. But we also got, SmackDown Live. That is a brand. I know you guys probably don't know them in tournaments because they don't win any, but they do try. They compete, and they give it their all. So let's talk about what they got. And I think I spelled Cesaro wrong. My apologies. I definitely
Is Cesar?
Cesaro. My fault. I clicked the P instead of the O. They're right next to the keyboard. Sometimes I spell like Jesse.
First matchup,
Cover it.
AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler. These guys have had a few matches in real life together. Never really watched them because it wasn't really when I was into WWE. I feel like they've had those matchups back in like 2016 when like AJ Styles just came back, got signed into WWE. But this is a big time for AJ Styles because he hasn't won this season at all. His last win was at WrestleMania against the Demon on Monday Night Raw. Took him in the draft, about middle through the draft. I think it was my 14th pick, if I remember correctly. But this guy just came off the loss of Elias. You would never in a million years think AJ Styles would lose to Elias. And he did. So AJ Styles versus Dolph Ziggler, former WWE champion in this universe. It's a great matchup.
I think whoever wins this, it will be shocking. Just like a NBA trade that just happened, Jesse. Russell Westbrook has been traded to the Wizards for John Wall and a 23 protected first-round pick. 2023 protected first-round pick. Wow. I know
Yeah,
this is not the
I
sports
just got it
cast.
too.
This is not the
That's
sports cast,
crazy.
but that is a big trade. It was so big to the point that I didn't listen to any of your breakdown, and truly, I don't care. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'll give you my breakdown. AJ Styles is trash in this game. Dolph Ziggler is going to win, and don't sleep on Dolph Ziggler. He might sweep this whole board.
Yeah, I would agree. But if I had to pick, yeah, I actually might agree. I think I'm going to be Dolph Ziggler in this match, and I think with how trash you are with AJ, I think I might have the advantage, and I think Dolph Ziggler can win this matchup. But we'll obviously wait and see. Next matchup, Kurt Angle versus Cesaro. He's a new member of Friday Night SmackDown. No, it's not Cesaro, guys. It's Cesaro, the Swiss Superman. This is for the Internet Championship as well, because Kurt Angle won at SummerSlam. I want to get two things going at once and obviously build up Kurt Angle because he's looked so good this season. And Kurt Angle versus
Don't get too
Cesaro.
far ahead of yourself. Kurt Angle might not beat Chad Gable on next week's episode of Monday Night Raw.
Oh yeah, that is very true. But this could be interesting if Kurt Angle gets past Chad Gable, because Kurt Angle and Cesaro, that's a matchup, man. That's honestly a matchup I would love to see at a WrestleMania, but Kurt Angle is sadly retired. But Kurt Angle, Cesaro, I can't go against Angle.
Yeah, if it was Cesaro, I might have had him as the favorite just for shock value alone. You know, you never know what he can bring. But Cesaro can be easily scouted. I think that makes the difference. I got Kurt Angle taking this one.
Yeah, I agree. Daniel Bryan versus The Rock, man. This matchup sounds absolutely nuts. The Rock, he's back. He's in the King of the Ring tournament. Daniel Bryan, haven't really decided what I'm going to do with him this season. I don't feel like I'm going to do anything with him this season. That's why I put him in this King of the Ring tournament to see what I could get going with him. Daniel Bryan, obviously, he's had so many stories in his career being WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion, coming back, getting the championship back. But can he beat one of the great ones and the People's Champion in The Rock is the question. I might favor Daniel Bryan a little bit here because we haven't seen The Rock in so damn long in our universe. Last time we saw Rock was against Roman Reigns when Roman Reigns beat him. I might have Daniel Bryan over the edge a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with you. I got Daniel Bryan winning. He just does good against these godlike figures. You know, the big superstars, the Randy Ortons, the Batistas, I don't think he ever
John
defeated Roman
Cena.
Reigns, but the John Cenas, the Triple H's. He does this.
AJ
This is
Styles.
what he does. He's the underdog. He's the upset kid. Do not count him out. And once you do, that's the last time you're going to count again. So I got Daniel Bryan winning this, but I do got him getting knocked out in the second round to the next two people you were about to mention.
Yeah. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. This is a big-time matchup, one of my favorite matchups of my side of the bracket for sure.
Same.
Kevin Owens, obviously just beat Keith Lee at SummerSlam.
I think Cammy Owens just actually did a team with Cesaro not too long ago. It was a good match.
Oh, okay.
Check it out, AEW.
Yeah, never know. But Kevin Owens, obviously beating Keith Lee at SummerSlam. Kevin Owens now being in the King of the Ring tournament, I feel like he wants to prove himself even more to Undisputed Era. Obviously, Adam Cole being the United States champion and Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly always being relevant in my tag team division. I feel like Kevin Owens beating Randy Orton, a current tag team champion that Undisputed Era has history with, would be big time. And Randy Orton, obviously known to be the rookie killer Orton last season, and he's literally just destroying everyone in the tag team division with his partner and his good friend Edge in Rated RKO. I got Randy Orton, though, beating Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens on too much of a hot streak. Randy Orton's great. He's awesome. He's going to have his hands filled for a tag team tournament. I think he's going to be too busy to tag team match. I think he's going to be too busy for this one. Kevin Owens has been a guy on a mission this season. I got him beating Randy Orton, but this is going to be a great match.
Okay. Yeah, I think Randy Orton's experience is just going to be a little bit too solid for Kevin Owens because when I'm in the hands of Randy Orton, I feel like I never lose. So I think Randy Orton could go pretty far in this tournament, to be honest. Next matchup, we got Walter and Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley obviously just beating Brock Lesnar, and Walter not really having the best season. Had a match with Mark Henry, ended up losing, sadly. He was in that Elimination Chamber match where he went against Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, Kenny Omega, and Shinsuke Nakamura. I believe he was the first one to get eliminated in that match. So he hasn't looked the greatest this season, but hey, that's why I'm putting him in this. I want to see what he could do against a red-hot Bobby Lashley. If I had to predict, I think Lashley takes this, though.
I got Bobby too. You can't go. I like Walter. I really do. You can't go from beating Brock to losing to Walter.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lashley, he beat Brock Lesnar. He got Paul Heyman on his side now too. So I think anyone you put in Bobby Lashley's way, he's going to spear them and pin them in the middle of the ring, especially with Paul Heyman on ringside. I actually talked about this match, I think, in the pre-show of SummerSlam. I think it was a fan question. What would a dream match you would love to see? And right here,
happened first round. Wow.
Yeah, former King of the Ring, Stone Cold, pretty much started his career when he won that '96 King of the Ring tournament. Beat Jake the Snake Roberts. Literally pushed Stone Cold to the main event and became the best star of the Attitude Era and the best era of all of WWE or World Wrestling Federation, whatever you want to call it. But Stone Cold versus CM Punk, the current briefcase holder. This is a crazy matchup because I just think these guys in the ring, obviously from two different eras, but I feel like their eras would clash together well, just like we've seen The Rock and Cena clash well. Obviously, the Ruthless Aggression era against the Attitude Era. And same thing with CM Punk and Stone Cold. I think these guys would really work together well. But if I had to say who's going to advance, I got Stone Cold.
Punk hasn't looked the best, but also Stone Cold lost to Elias. Punk needs a win. Stone Cold can retire for all that matters. CM Punk is going to win with him.
Yeah, I'm curious to see who wins that, but I think Stone Cold, he could prove something to Punk in the ring. Karrion Kross and Robert Roode. Robert Roode was actually in the finale of the King of the Ring tournament against Ricochet and ended up losing at Survivor Series last season.
Did he win the first ever King of the Ring tournament we did, or was the first ever we did
last season?
Do I not remember him with a crown? Maybe I just remember his robe, so I thought it was crown.
Yeah, he always got that Ric Flair robe, obviously. Yeah, he went against Ricochet last season at Survivor Series. Remember, that's when we did the King of the Ring finale, and that's when we saw Ricochet become the King of the Ring. But Robert Roode was in that finale, but he's going to go against a killer in Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross beating Eric Young, good start to his season, but this is, I feel like, going to be really tough for me. I don't even know who I'm going to be in this match. I feel like I'm going to be Kross. Maybe I'll be Rude, but if I had to say, I think I got Rude. And that's hard for me to say.
Wow.
I think I got Rude as a slight favorite.
I got this as an easy one. Karrion Kross is going to dominate this one. Robert Roode is not that good in this game. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's true. And plus, Karrion Kross is a bigger guy. That I did forget how big Karrion Kross is. He's about 265, so maybe that plays an advantage for Karrion Kross. But yeah, I think Rude gets. Would you call an upset here?
I would say that would be an upset.
Yeah, so I think Rude can prove his dominance like he did last year, and maybe get to the finale and go against Ricochet again. I wouldn't mind seeing that. One of my other favorite matchups for round one and the last matchup for round one. These guys have chemistry in New Japan. These guys have had matches against each other in this universe. They were in that Elimination Chamber when they tried to take Roman Reigns' WWE Championship from him. In our second pay-per-view, we did in Elimination Chamber. Shinsuke Nakamura and Kenny Omega. And I see the dollar sign there. So I
typed this like a minute before we got on air, so like I was rushing a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I like the money sign because Kenny Omega has definitely proved himself Honestly, ever since he lost to Seth Rollins a few weeks back, I feel like him being in the King of the Ring tournament against a guy he knows very well in Shinsuke Nakamura, obviously the ties to New Japan Pro Wrestling, this could be a crazy match.
I think we got the same winner, though.
I got Nakamura.
Never mind. Here, let me grab my clown mask again. Give me a second.
I got Nakamura, bro. I don't know why, but I feel like Nakamura, if he gets past Omega and he goes against Robert Roode, who he has ties with from NXT, I think Nakamura could beat Roode, and then he could get pretty close to that finale, but I got Shinsuke Nakamura. It is a tough decision for me to say that because I do love Kenny Omega, and he has looked great. He's obviously fought for the WWE Championship 2 times in an Elimination Chamber match and then at Halloween Havoc against Roman Reigns. But I think Nakamura gets the victory by Kinshasa. So we will see. But that ends round 1 for Friday Night SmackDown, and obviously we did Monday Night Raw as well. But Christian, if you had to say right now, I know we're not doing round 2 or round 3 or the finale or discussing any of that, but your favorites to win the whole tournament, who would it be? Would it be Ricochet again, or would you actually pick someone from your bracket that isn't Ricochet?
No, the clown has stopped talking. I will tell you, Kenny Omega is going to take care of Shinsuke Nakamura, and I see him going very, very far. Looking at the brackets, I already said I am predicting Cage winning on the – if I was to predict this side right here, my Raw Finals, I have Cage versus – I don't want to – Cage versus Braun. Will we really see that again? We might have to. Looking at the bracket, you know what? I'll spice it up. I say Joe probably upsets Braun somewhere in the. I got. But would Joe get past Sami Zayn? I said he could be a dark. Yeah, I'll play the safe route with that one. I got Cage versus Joe in my finals, and then for you,
if I had to predict my own before you give your opinion, I got Randy going to the finale against. This is tough. I got Randy going in the finale against. Ooh.
I got Kenny Omega easily going to your finals. I think it's going to be Kenny Omega, Kevin Owens, and that's going to be a great match.
I think we either see Randy Orton versus Shinsuke, or we see Randy Orton versus Lashley.
Okay.
And if I had to predict from your side, I got Joe or Drew McIntyre.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, so I'm seeing a Cage, and I'm probably Kevin Owens is really impressing me. Is he more impressive than Kenny Omega? I'm seeing Cage versus if Undisputed gets in the way, Kevin wins. If they don't, Kenny wins.
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I got faith in Kenny. Cage versus Kenny, I predict as the finals.
Okay. And then if you had to predict who wins that, do you have Cage?
I got Cage winning this whole thing. I told you that already.
Okay. We'll see that matchup possibly again then, because Cage won against Ricochet not too long ago, and Cage won. So can Cage be the new King of the Ring? Or would you even call him the King of the Ring because he's a machine?
Yeah. He's King Cage, man. King Cage. You know, it's like he sounds like a Mortal Kombat character, and that's exactly what he is. He's going to finish whoever's in his way, and I can't wait.
All right. Well, that rounds up round 1. So can't wait to see. I
can't wait to see how wrong we are.
Yeah, honestly, because honestly, I feel like this King of the Ring tournament is absolutely stacked. It's pretty solid on each bracket as I'm glancing through it over again. I wanted to make sure my bracket was very solid. And yours is pretty solid too. So I think this King of the Ring tournament, whoever wins is going to go against Ricochet. And either Ricochet is going to be still the King of the Ring, or we could see any of these guys to your right or left be the new king of the ring in about 2 or 3 pay-per-views. So we're going to wait and see. Obviously, we're going to do that during the build of Cyber Sunday, the next pay-per-view, and we'll see who ends up winning this tournament.
And we have 4 episodes coming this week, guys. And in those 4 episodes, you will have a grand total of 6 King of the Ring matches. So please tune into those. We have 3 Raw side, three from the Raw side, 3 from the SmackDown side. So please tune in. Quick reminder for you guys, we are having the Raw and SmackDown show be split up into halves. So it's going to be still 4 matches a show, but it's going to be 2 matches an episode. So look out for 4 episodes this week exclusively. We're trying it out for the month of December, seeing how it goes. I just wanted to give that fair warning. But in general, guys, let me know down below. Who do you got winning on the Raw side? Who do you got winning on the SmackDown side? Who do you got taking it all? And can that person beat King Ricochet? A lot of questions that will have to be asked. A lot of questions that can be answered. The question is, can you get it right? If anybody can fill out this bracket right somehow, they have to be given an award or something, right?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like if you predict this whole bracket correctly, I might swing him $50, bro.
I'll chip in on that 50.
I'm dead serious. If you predict this bracket correctly, I'll swing you $50.
Yeah. You know what, Jesse? I'll double you. We'll do 50 apiece. How about that?
That's fine. Do you want it like the whole thing, including like them beating Ricochet, or not that far?
Hey man, when you do your final, your March Madness, don't you got to get to the ending?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
How about this? If you only get to the before Ricochet part, if somehow you get everything right and then you don't get the Ricochet part right, then
I'll still swing you $50.
We'll send you 50 total. It'll be 25 me, 25 Jess.
Yeah, that because this is a 32 on, well, 32
Bro,
total.
I'm telling you right now, I just filled it out like in my head. I'm wrong. No shot I get it right.
Yeah.
I don't think Cage advances all the way.
Wrong.
Like Cage is gonna get, as much as I want Cage to win, he's gonna get stopped. He might get stopped by Andrade. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything can really happen. And what happens if, Cesaro becomes Cesarp and he just takes over and he wins it all? Anything can happen. But you know what, guys?
Yeah.
Please, this is a chance for you guys to do just that. We will be checking in on you guys come round 2, come round 3, come round 4, come the finals. We're going to be doing these. I like these little Zoom things. I think it's good additional content for you guys. It gives you more videos a week to look out for. Maybe I drop these. I can't drop the check. I would have to – I'll figure out a way to drop these. Give me some time. I'm still working everything out in my head. Guys, though, thank you so much for watching. As always, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe.
Ring the bells, get our new updated videos, and we'll catch you on
the other side of the universe. Jesse, sign us out.
Peace.
I was talking about the clown, but I got.
Well, peace to the clown, too.
I hope they see us. I'm going to be tight if they don't. I didn't stop the recording. Stop share.